Hello, my name is Michael George. My three audience members are Duncan,
Hello.
William,
Hello.
and my dad.
Hey, how you doing?
My specific purpose statement is to persuade my audience on why steroids and blood doping should be illegal in sports. Van, a member of the online forum MesoRx, a site that provides accurate information on sports medication, said athletes who use steroids become villainized as conquerors of the weak. They use unfair advantage to overpower lesser opponents. As a distal result, the media seeks out the worst traits of steroid use, or more accurately, abuse, and creates a false tautology that declares steroids to be unequivocally bad and unethical. While it is clearly wrong to take unfair advantage over an opponent in sport, this is seldom the case when we take a real look at steroid use. However, the media cares little about this. Here the media is best represented as the subconscious of society because it only tells society what society wants to hear, thusly feeding the grave misrepresentation of steroids and its advocates. My specific purpose is to persuade my audience on why steroids and blood doping should be legal in sports. MedIndia, the network for health, reports steroids are synthetically produced to stimulate testosterone, the primary male sex hormone. Anabolic steroids are very popular with professional or competitive athletes, weightlifters, and bodybuilders, and are used to improve physical appearance, increase muscle mass, increase strength and endurance, train longer and frequently with unprecedented intensity, boost sporting performance, and faster recuperation. First, I will talk about the benefits of steroids. Then I will talk about how society has hindered research and developments in the field of steroids. And finally, I will talk about steroids' potential to help athletes meet their full potential. Athletes have achieved reaching their full physical potential. With steroids, they can meet the physical and chemical potential. Steroids have many physical benefits that have yet to be refined. Steroids can boost endurance and muscle growth, thus allowing athletes to achieve their goals faster. It is well known both scientifically and from prior experiences that steroid use increases muscle strength. A recent study by Rogerson and colleagues, 2007, nicely illustrates the effect of performance-enhancing drugs. These authors showed that testosterone enanthate, the most commonly used and abused form of testosterone, increased both bench press strength and cycling performance in healthy subjects relative to placebo. Previous research had shown that much effects were typically obtained in 6 to 12 weeks of treatment, yet these researchers demonstrated significant effects within 3 weeks. These surprising results show that steroid use can quickly increase muscle strength. The Rogerson and Associates study also showed that steroid use increases body size. In fact, a large amount of research supports that finding. Another documented effect of steroids is their positive impact on healing rate. The recent steroid scandals involving professional athletes such as Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, and Roger Clemens contained repeated references to the use of performance-enhancing drugs for hastening recovery.
I don't think I'm big enough now. I look small. If I didn't know me, I'd think I was small. And I don't like feeling like that. So I have to take steroids. I probably look the same as I did last month. Let's see.
Steroids' medical benefits include their involvement in replacement therapy for men whose testes fail to produce adequate quantities of testosterone required for sex drive and primary sex characteristics. They're also given to HIV-positive individuals and some cancer patients to increase their appetite, maintain muscle mass, and enhance their sense of well-being. The world of steroids has a stereotype attached to it, and because of that, society has hindered the ability for steroids to be researched and refined. Society has a vague knowledge of steroids and what they actually do, and because of this little-known knowledge of the amazing potential steroids have, people are scared of them. Scapegoating steroid use for violent behaviors distracts us from the debate on alcohol abuse, and it makes it more difficult for steroid users to come forward because alcohol abuse is typically linked with steroid use. Steroid use is on the rise, and there have been recent documented cases of individuals involved in alcohol-linked violence also using steroids. But the concept of roid rage has been sensationalized. Most steroid users, even those on high doses, do not succumb to roid rage. A bad apple effect is going on where the violent behavior of a few users has come to form a stereotype about all users. The stereotype is reinforced by high-profile cases of violent behavior involving steroids where the role of steroids is seized upon by the media. Other factors are often downplayed or forgotten. We know little about the stigma that steroid users and people with muscle dysmorphia experience. The stereotype of them being dumb, dangerous drug users seems to crop up frequently in the media. Stereotypes around steroid use may mean that men struggling with muscle dysmorphia, where a person has an obsession with their body image and often uses steroids to build their muscularity, may be less likely to come forward for treatment. In addition to the knowledge and improvements, steroids can have the ability to give athletes the chance to do something they can't physically do on their own, and that is meet their maximum potential. Steroids are a controversial subject, but with the right refinement, steroids have the ability to take athletes to a whole different realm of competition. The primary reason why performance-enhancing drugs are outlawed in professional sports is that they give users an unfair advantage over the rest of the field. Various professional sports leagues have attempted to set a level playing field by testing for drug use and suspending those found guilty. It's a noble effort, but it's clearly not working. Stiff punishment have done little to reduce the number of cyclists caught cheating every year, as Deadspin hopefully points out. The inheritors of Lance Armstrong's 7 abandoned Tour de France titles have all been implicated in drug scandals. Major League Baseball also hands down suspensions each season to players caught using outlawed substances, and it's absurd to think those players are the only ones guilty of juicing. So if we really want to level the playing field, it may be time to head in the other direction. Legalize performance enhancers. Not only would the playing field suddenly be even for all players, it would be at a higher level. A huge part of watching sports is witnessing the very peak of human athletic ability, and legalizing performance-enhancing drugs would help athletes climb even higher. Steroids and doping will help pitchers to throw harder, home runs to go farther, cyclists to charge for longer, and sprinters to test the very limits of human speed. Today we talked about the benefits of steroids, the ignorance society has of steroids because of stereotypes, and the ability steroids have to give athletes the power to meet their maximum potential. Now that we have talked about the benefits of steroids, the unfound knowledge of steroids, and the athletic potential that could be achieved by steroids, you should be much more intrigued by that about performance-enhancing drugs and have a desire to understand it better. One of the most famous baseball players, Jose Canseco, said, "Yes, you heard me right. Steroids used correctly will not only make you stronger and sexier, they will also make you healthier." Thank you.